Hey, what's up everybody? L82After back with a brand new video. On today's topic, we're going to continue talking about business credit, and we're going to more specifically talk about tier 1 creditors and the reason why you want to pay attention to them. Now, you might be asking me for a list of these tier 1 creditors. I won't mention as much in this specific video, but in the description of this video, you'll find a good list of tier 1 creditors that you can apply with that'll get you qualified for some of the accounts with these guys, even if you're a startup business. Now, before we get started on this video and this topic, I encourage you guys to subscribe and hit that notification to all, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoy the content in every video that I do when it comes to personal credit transformation and building wealth, and it'll help me push out this distribution through other people who are looking to learn business credit as well as personal credit, such as yourself. So don't forget to do that for me. Now, as we continue on to this topic, I want to break down what specifically tier 1 creditors are. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people who are building business credit are, trying to figure out what are some of the ways to start. Who do we go with at the beginning? Who do we go with, at phase number 2, phase number 3, and so on and so forth. There's just so many different steps when it comes to building business credit, and I want us to really concentrate on establishing business credit in a very systematic way. And the systematic way to build it is to understand the structures that we need to follow. The first structure is obviously the tier 1 creditors. Now, most startups, when you're starting a business or you have a brand new LLC, getting qualified for business credit is going to be almost difficult. And the reason I say that is because if you're looking for any reasonable unsecured amount of funding, and I'm talking about like cash lines of credit or credit cards, you'd have to have established your business. You'd have to have a certain minimum age, when it comes to your business. Typically, some of these creditors are looking for 2 years in business and so on and so forth. So the best way to start building that alternative to the years and the age is to have established business credit with your EIN number. So to do that, you still have to follow a process, right? For sure, it's not going to be an overnight process. You cannot just start a business and then expect to get cash lines of credit and credit cards overnight, let alone in 30 days or even 60 days. It's going to take some time. Now, there are people out there who say you can shortcut that by getting trade lines and so on and so forth. But to me, I think that the best way to build business credit and to really establish yourself is to work with the infrastructure that you can in the most reasonable time frame, as well as being able to build it without really coming too much out of your pocket. When any type of business, when it comes to credit worthiness, you have to establish a transactional history with creditors. These are what we call different tiers when it comes to your business credit. So tier 1 creditors are typically when you start a business and you're a startup company and you want to establish that business history with a credit relationship. These tier 1 creditors are friendly to startup businesses, right? So you have like Uline, Granger, there's a whole set of other type of tier 1 creditors that you can apply with that are very friendly and that are easy to apply for. And the reason I say this is important is because that is your first stepping stone into the roadmap that you want to go for when it comes to getting unsecured credit down the road. So if you look at tier 1 creditors, there's just so much out there, almost every day. Dun & Bradstreet, basically, that's the Business Credit Bureau that usually reports them, has a list of these tier 1 creditors. And I mean, you can definitely try to search them up and you can ask, around and so on and so forth. There's so many different forums out there and websites, but what I'm trying to explain to you, the basis here is that you have to follow a roadmap. See, a lot of people who are taking, business credit or trying to establish business credit, what ends up happening is they jump from tier 1 to tier 3 and they get challenges and then they get denied on some of the credit. So the roadmap is not structured. So start with tier 1 creditors. So like I said, there's a huge amount of creditors that I've included here on the description of this video for you to go ahead and check it out. You can apply with them. The one thing that I always want to advise you before you even start applying with them is to make sure that you're compliant, your business is ready, you have all the documentation, you have the EIN number because you'll need that when it comes to applications. You also need to have a solid business address, and we discussed the virtual address concept in the past and why you want to be careful and how to do your research on that specific virtual address and what to look for. You also want to have an email address and a business name. You want to have a domain, which is your business website, and basically you want to have an entity that's presentable. If we were to do research on you, you want to have your number listed in 411, typically a business number. You can look at callfire.com. I'm not affiliated with any of these guys. I'm just mentioning their names because I find them to be the most cheapest and most affordable service. There's other ones, of course, you can check out. So you have to have all those rules, completed before you start applying with these tier 1 creditors. That's the roadmap that you'll need to follow. recommendation here is at least apply for 3 to 4 of them. Wait until they report before moving on to tier 2. And this is critical because this will help you establish a lot more strategic pathway when it comes to establishing credit. And then by the time you're at the end of your roadmap, you'll have established some pretty decent credit amounts. And then basically you'll be able to qualify for whether it be unsecured funding, cash lines, and so on and so forth. This is a critical step because this will help you, right? So that's the tier 1 creditors and a breakdown of why they are so easy to apply for. And they're very open to startups, like I said, and they're very friendly. So this is definitely your opportunity to shine and build that business credit. Also, keep in mind that if you're looking to enhance your knowledge about business credit building, you want to learn more about this, and you want to learn about business asset protection as well as some of the capital structures to protect yourself on a personal level. Understand a little bit more in depth about how business credit works and understand every single component there is to it, including, by the way, capital raising on the private equity side, which is very critical if you're looking to expand your business, grow in the horizon of where your industry is. I encourage you to check out the Ultimate Business Credit Mastery. It's actually, the link is in the description below. There's competitors out there. I know that they're teaching business credit as well. One of the things that they continuously mess up on is to teach individuals the aspect of how to protect your business assets, how to separate your personal assets from your business properly, not just credit-wise, but properly, and then engage in business credit building activity thereafter. So with that said, I encourage you guys to check it out. And once again, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and turn the notifications on to all, so every time videos like these come up, you'll be the first to know. And go ahead and share this video with those that you feel would benefit from learning this knowledge, especially if they're looking to build business credit. And once again, I want you guys to leave me a comment below and tell me which steps of your business credit building are you in, and what specifically would you guys like me to discuss more on. So go ahead and leave me in the comment section of this video. And once again, if you're looking for the creditors, the list of tier 1 vendors, that I've included a few in the description of this video, so go ahead and check that out as well. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is definitely your guide and mentor. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.